all this Ascension stuff. Ascension. I'm not entirely comfortable with the term Ascension. It's okay, but as I've talked before about top-down consciousness, top-down evolution, the idea of ascending is a little bit of a misnomer. It tends to make you think that we're rising up one. We're becoming greater, we're becoming something more than we were, when we're always exactly what we are. It just depends where we are and what experience we're having. So I don't know as though thinking about it as ascension is entirely accurate, but if you're happy with that, that's fine. We are getting to a place that's going to be a lot happier, a lot healthier. And we're going to do away with a lot of this manipulation that we've been dealing with. This whole matrix system, holographic universe thing that people talk about. That term bothers me a little bit, holographic, because I tend to think of like Princess Leia in Star Wars, you know, when R2-D2 had that little holographic Leia shoot out of there. She was like, "Oh, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, your only hope." Well, okay, that's a technological, it's a three-dimensional technology. Okay, the whole holographic idea. And what we've got going on here is way beyond any technology that we can even discuss. There's simply no terms for it. You can't, if you saw it, you wouldn't be able to find the words for it. In fact, you wouldn't even be able to remember it, okay? Because you have to be at another level of dimensional reality, okay? Each dimensional reality is sort of exclusive to itself, and you can't entirely understand what's there except while you are there, okay? Now, you can go top down, okay, just as we in the third dimension manipulate 2D ideas and 2D thought forms and 2D images. It's not the same as living in the second dimension, but I don't know as though, I don't know, I haven't figured out how you can exist two-dimensionally. But in terms of this holographic technology, it doesn't exist. This type of this matrix system, this holographic universe that people talk about, that we live in, that is a projection from another dimension. It's we're going to be going 4D, but that's not really. That's more of a 4D projection, but it's, well, actually I'm not sure if it's fifth or sixth dimensional technology. It might even be higher, but let's not even go there. Let's not even talk about where it comes from. Just the fact that in order to truly experience what it is and to have any idea about what it is, you have to be where it is. What am I trying to say? Well, thinking of this matrix, this holographic universe that we live in, and calling it a hologram just doesn't really cut it. It's not, our concept of it is not correct. So yeah, there's a correlation to it. It is a projection, but everything that we see and engage in, the world that we live in, is a projection. It's a construct. That's everything. Everything is a construct. Depending on where you are, consciously, mentally, emotionally, it's all a construct. So it doesn't negate its validity or its reality. Reality is real. Real is the base word of reality. So if it is your reality, it is real. So I'm having a little trouble with some of the notions that are going on out there in terms of Holographic Universe, Ascension. I don't think, I find some of it difficult because my view of it comes from somewhere else. And I know that I cannot even if I have been there, I cannot come back and tell you about it because I can't even recall it correctly. You ever woken up from a dream and it was like some amazing dream and you're like, oh my God, this dream I had, and then you start to think about it and every aspect of it starts to fade away just so incredibly fast, and it's like, oh, I can't explain it. Oh, yeah, and you begin to lose touch with what it even was that you experienced. You hold the sense of it, but you can no longer picture it, and you can no longer discuss all the aspects of it about it that you were so excited about when you woke up. That's because through that veil, things get lost. Okay? There's like a web that traps certain, gets strained out because it doesn't fit into the three-dimensional brain. You can't see it three-dimensionally, you can't experience it three-dimensionally, so it gets lost. The sense of it stays, which is your connection to it. But this is your clue that it remains there, and it gets filtered out of your 3D brain. So getting caught up in these ideas, these words like hologram and ascension, don't get stuck on these terms. Get a sense of it, but leave any definitions off the table, because there's a lot more going on, and you will find out when you get there. And you go, oh, that's why I couldn't explain it. Oh, yeah, maybe I was explaining it entirely wrong when I said, it was a hologram. It just as an example. But, I don't know, I just want to throw that out there because, things are changing very rapidly, and they're going to continue to change. And what it's going to look like when you get where we're going is only going to vaguely resemble what you have a sense of it becoming. And in many ways, it's going to be way better. And in other ways, it's going to be like, oh, it's this? Which it won't be a disappointment, but it will be just, oh, I get it now. Yeah. So, don't try and project what you think it's going to be and say, get carried away with your terminology. Words are just words, okay? And in that, you can call it whatever you want, and that's fine. Just as long as you don't insist on a dictionary definition of terms, because we don't have the words for it. And we don't have the vision of it, because that true vision of what this ascension idea is being filtered out. Know that. Don't want there to be anxiety about what so-and-so says it is, what so-and-so over here says it is, and my group thinks it's this, and, I'm seeing, dissension within our own community. That is awakening. Just awaken. Just be cool to everybody, And if somebody's got another way to explain it, good. Because it just adds, nobody can see it for what it is, because you don't have the eyes yet. We just know it's coming. I feel it every day, and there are things that I've seen and been a part of, and that made me go, ooh, this is going to be so amazing. But even I know that what I did see is only just a fraction of what it truly looks like. And that's great. It's really exciting. So anyway, there's my 2 cents for the day. Talk to you later.